And Crush is interesting because uh, although I won't say the bands, two different bands use this exact same kind of riff, this do 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 do, in totally different contexts. Um, and I remember hearing one band do it, and then another band do it a different way, and I thought, oh, that's the cool idea for a song. You know, this idea. It's just you're basically just playing the A major scale up, or they call it a flatted seventh. Um, and so I was able to sort of incorporate that into something that felt sort of reminiscent and sentimental, away from like more overt rock or psychedelia into something that felt, in my mind, sort of more like Smashing Pumpkins. And then, of course, this optimistic lyric that was probably cribbed on some level from Curtis Mayfield, who I listened to a lot, a great artist from Chicago, a true pioneer in R&B and soul. I love trying to combine, and again, shades of future Pumpkins, this idea of this kind of sunny psychedelic optimism with a bit of a sanguine minor key feel song. Although the riff is in A major, the song's essentially in minor, and that's what I sing again. We used to play this song live. It always went live, and so I can't remember whether we played this song live before we did the record. My memory is that we didn't. But certainly the dynamics in the song, however simple, would have been influenced by our lifestyle at the time, which is why I think the song adapted so well to live. The sort of the breaks and the ups and the downs, and the and again, also you hear, for the nerds, you hear the Leslie Roeder sound that's also used on Rhinoceros, our one good guitar effect. Suffer is much more difficult to explain, but I'll try. I always loved the kind of spooky feel of the Doors, and although it's not a straight kind of crib from the Doors in any kind of musical sense, it was the idea of a song that sort of encapsulates a night. We were certainly doing a lot of LSD at the time, and the idea of having a song on the record, and this is the kind of song I was able to write for the record. This kind of like a musical journey. I'd done a demo at home, using kind of like, sort of faux Indian drums, probably just bad congas on the HR-16A, the old gray drum machine that was the original Pumpkins drum machine. And so I had demoed this song out. I was dating somebody at the time who used to play penny whistle on stage, and so she'd given me a penny whistle, and since that's me playing the bad psychedelic flute solo in the middle, Butch just completely rolled his eyes, did not understand what I was doing. And again, you can hear the real influence of the band's live set. I don't, remember playing this song live before that. It's possible that we did. I'm sure there's someone out there who can tell me if we did. But my essential thought was like, this is the type of thing that we're going for, in contrast to something like Shiva, which had a super heavy dynamic to sort of like a space dynamic, a jammy dynamic. This would be the other side. Certainly influenced by all the psychedelic music that I'd listened to growing up. Bands from the 60s, kind of, like I said, kind of a Doors-ish, kind of lopey feel combined with Indian music. Ravi Shankar, a lot of us listen to Ravi Shankar, huge influence on the Beatles. And so it's just this kind of melange. But in true Pumpkin fashion, we never took the song seriously. And although the song sort of sounds earnest and serious, we knew it was kind of a lark. And again, well, not again, but foreshadowing the way we treated a lot of our material. If we saw something as a well-worn cliche, we are okay with playing with the cliche if we were in on the joke, even if we didn't necessarily share the joke with you. So it's a bit of a lark on the sort of the psychedelic vibe, the raga thing, and we're able to flip in and out from the serious to the kind of the profane on it. I can certainly say this is not a song that Butch particularly liked or understood. I could be wrong on that, but my sense of it was he would have preferred if I had a better sort of song. But he certainly enjoyed recording it, and I love the tones on it. And this is where Butch really shines as a producer. Where a song like this on an independent record wouldn't have had the sonic advantages that we had using a great guy like Butch. So I think there's a real beauty there, and by using sort of the gear that we had. The tonalities in my voice and Jimmy's beautiful drumming, we were able to create a space which really breaks the record in half and separates. Because without something like this, I think once we get into the songs that follow, it would have started to feel a little samey. Trying to think if there's anything else I can share on the song. No.